football trophies are sacred. From spittoons to axes, symbols of animosity and history between two programs. And today, one of the more obscure trophies at stake for the hotly contested Illinois. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Coleman. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Illinois Fighting Illini offense will have the ball first. Illinois took a tight one the last time these two squared off for the Illinois.
And Illinois getting that win is so huge for their program, beating the mighty Ohio State. Like, this is a rivalry game every year, yes, but this is a program-building type of moment. Palmer, if they can get 2 in a row, this team can start trending way upwards.
You're absolutely right. I'll tell you, too, regardless of whether Illinois is competing for a conference championship or a national championship, beating Ohio State has people in Champaign, Illinois, celebrating the entire season. You're absolutely right. If they could do it 2 years in a row, then this program takes on an entirely new trajectory.
All right, guys, let's chat about Illinois. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back, gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition in college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. To the air, it's Newton. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback extends the play. Nice move there. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. Gives it on the option. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Finding an escape route. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show the defense that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things, and with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Shakes off the defender.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. Great job in the base defense making a play.
To throw, it's Newton. Under fire. He'll pull it down. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Might be changing the route. Looking to fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got a man. It's Miller. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets rid of it. Got a man. It's Miller. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To throw again. Right down the middle. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43. To the air, it's Newton. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Trying to set up the screen. Powers through the defender. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. This could turn out to be a... Huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, and here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bowl. It's guys flying around, giving great effort, and getting to the football. But it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position. And right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the 2nd quarter. Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants. From the gun, running back on the move. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. 3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. To the air, it's Newton. Unleashes one deep. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Pittsburgh looked like a bunch of world beaters today in a stern-to-stem beatdown. I think a lot of people forget this program won 5 national titles last century. A rich tradition and a sparkling performance today. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Smith.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll off one deep down the left side. Hits him in stride at the 10. He was smelling that end zone, but they can get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He is an absolute blur out there, and it doesn't take him many grabs to have that yards per catch through the roof, sort of like Harris Campbell has done or David Boston back in the day.
And these are the guys that scare the absolute mess out of you because they can't.
Touchdown, Ohio State! Fitted in the window for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Send the tight end in motion. They go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Newton. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. This dude is having a day, and with that one, he's halfway to Chase Young's 4-sack single-game record.
Go get it, young fella. Just quickness, speed off the edge, getting to the quarterback. You got to be relentless when you're chasing the quarterback. And Chase Young's record, if you can go get that, you go get that big fella, that superstar, oof, that would be a fun day.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath, like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had it much better field position this time around. To the ground with the back. Slithers into space. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The give to the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. This rivalry more than a century old, with the Buckeyes dominating most of the time.
Just think about that. All this time, these Ohio State and Illinois fans have been talking about and looking forward to this rivalry. To your point, absolutely. Ohio State, more often than not, has been on the winning side of it. Illinois now, maybe they're going to be trying to create a little new trend here.
Yeah, try to get some mojo. Try to get some momentum on their side. Try to change this rivalry. Listen, it starts one at a time, right? Like the old coaches speak, we got to throw out those records from 100 years ago. They don't matter. Let's dominate today.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking downfield, it's Sayin, using the back as a receiver on the screen. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Quarterback keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Use the play fake, now to throw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The trophy that the Buckeyes and Illini play for, the Illibuck, guys, is a giant wooden turtle.
Imagine that, man. You're having to put your trophies in a water tank and feed it. It's probably the only trophy that ever had that ability. It's incredible. It was nurtured. Maybe a little bit different story now, David, but that is pretty cool history, Liz.
Yeah, and I guess you really only need one turtle every 100 years, so the trophy's not expensive. I guess you just got to take care of it, and every year you pass a live, living animal. That's why they changed it.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Newton. Got it in the middle, it's Coleman. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. He's got an open man. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Fighting Illini with options here on 2nd and short. They'll go right back to the run. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Valentine. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that. Almost intercepted.
Quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
Oh, they're after him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Trying to beat the D deep. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Illibuck is on the line, and already Ohio State and Illinois have given us some stirring moments.
Just about set to get this second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, man. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Looking left. Makes the catch. It's Smith. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. You think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
Hey, sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Looking to pass. It's Newton. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's Coleman. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Wants to go up top on first down. Buying some time. Nice move to keep running. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass. Under fire. Complete to the right. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Looking for room. It's Valentine. Hard running there.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Defense is about getting the guy on the ground, holding on for dear life. It's hard, I know, with so much speed on the outside, but you got to get that guy on the ground. When you miss one tackle, next thing you know, all that extra.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, DeBosa's Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's pretty.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And how about the back-to-back sacks? You want 2 sacks in a game? That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. On a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there calls the missed timing.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Gets it out fast. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Grabbed over the middle. It's Peoples. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Wide open downfield. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Miller. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say,
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Buckeyes starting to pull away from this one, and Illinois is in trouble.
First of all, we all know Ohio State's the more talented team. Every time they play, Illinois knows that going into it. They need things to go right. Not everything going right in this rivalry game. Wheels are starting to come off, Paul.
Yeah, you're right, David. In this game, this is really Illinois' national championship. Ohio State's expected to win, but you're never sure what their headspace is going to be coming into it. They came in here locked and loaded and focused, and they're showing it here in the second half.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. The RPO, it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
He's got it on the outside. Right down the gut of the field. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Illini.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No.
The ball's free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And this is one of those where you go, oof, you start to breathe a little deeper on the sidelines. You felt really, really comfortable having the big lead plus 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. But now you gave the ball back. You put yourself in a position where you're going to have to earn it a little bit more now.
He's going to run it. Breaks into the open. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois! They thought... could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did, and don't call him a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you could tell the angles just get chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. I'll tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I better make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, fine.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Firing to the right, complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down.
Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage of the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Fires to the big fella. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
And here's the return. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. to the air. It's Newton. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions, got to go for it on 4th down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter 4th down, but this offense has got to stay fast-paced and got to make some explosive plays.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. So after hitting bankrupt, spinning that wheel of fortune, now this offense can tack a little more onto the lead. They have it 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we can go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Newton. It's complete to the right.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play-calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Got his man downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down and run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes. They do it with ease.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Illinois needs a big play here on 3rd and long. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Not going to get there. Not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here comes the heat. He'll throw it. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. One more play to pad the stats. To the air on 2nd down. Using his legs to buy some time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Hardly unusual. It is a trophy that many aren't even aware exists, but Ohio State will once again take home the 2nd oldest trophy in the Big Ten, the Yellow Bucks. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.